Today we are talking about superstitions, why a black cat is dangerous or was the cat that is in danger, or otherwise why you should walk under a ladder. As a matter of fact, this podcast itself is an experiment to see if superstitions work.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what we're doing? We're using an old setup of our podcast to see if we get more hits because we are superstitious about it.
Yes, so you're going to be part of that experiment. So let's just get into the podcast.
Superstitions. So the thing is, India is में तो बहुत सारे.
बहुत सारे, yes.
Correct. I mean, I feel we grow up and certain superstitions are just like, burned into our brain.
Yeah, it's
Right.
inescapable.
Correct. So what is your, when I say superstition, what's the first superstition that comes to your mind?
So I am a huge Arsenal fan. Like I
Correct.
like sports in general, but
Correct.
Arsenal is something like I follow really, really dearly.
People living under a rock, Arsenal is a football
Yes,
club.
it is a football, Arsenal FC.
Yeah.
So I realized when actually we were discussing कि superstition करना है, I'm like I don't consider myself as a superstitious person. Then I'm like नहीं तू बहुत ज़्यादा superstitious है, because when it comes to Arsenal matches, I have a set of rituals that I have to do,
Correct.
and those rituals are कि these things I need to do.
So I'm gonna so basically you're saying you're superstitious when it comes to the Arsenal team playing football matches, correct?
Yes.
And you're superstitious because you're saying that by doing certain things it helps your team win.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically like I am saying कि I have done everything from my side. Now it's on the players. It is always on the players.
Correct.
But for my mental peace,
Correct.
I'm like I have to do everything I can to help this team
Correct.
win. Right. So I have like a set. I have a set attire. On match days, I don't wear red.
Okay.
Throughout the day. It's not only like during the 2 hours of the
Got
match.
it.
Throughout the day, no red. Like
Okay.
nothing red. Not even my socks.
So and this you came up on your own?
This is like an iterative process.
Okay.
So actually, you know what? Every season it changes.
Oh, okay.
Every season it's like something new. So first match I go clean slate.
Okay.
First match like हाँ ठीक है चलो बैठते देखते क्या हो रहा है ठीक है.
हाँ.
And if they win, then I note कि हाँ okay my phone was here, my phone is in this position. I am wearing these clothes.
Got it.
I'm not kidding. I have a like when I wear. It is such a joke in my house when I wear my match day attire. My mom asks match है क्या? Like so I have like it down to think मैं चड्डी भी ऐसा दिख
Clear
के
cut.
हाँ सब set रहता है.
Detail, bro.
My phone has to be in a certain place and my remote has to be in a certain place.
Got it.
Right? And then I have to also sit in a certain location.
Got it.
है ना इतना रहता है. And the worst, actually the funniest of this is one of my friends had come over. He's
Correct.
also an Arsenal fan.
Okay. So you know what we're gonna do? Like over here, you're gonna put an image of Ramanujan in his match day attire in case you're curious.
For last season because season is now over, but
Correct.
match day attire में
You know what, man? You should actually put up a blog
हाँ.
that puts up your findings regarding your match day attire to increase the chances of Arsenal winning.
Yeah, dude,
Like it should
that's
be,
fun.
there should be basically a blog that says how to make Arsenal win without actually playing, and you can be like, you have all the data, bro. You
Yeah,
can be
yeah, for
like
sure.
इतने सालों से मैं ये attire पहना है.
कर रहा है,
Best
yes.
performances led by this attire, and now इस season का recommended attire while watching
Will be
is
this.
Wow,
Nice.
man, this is actually like a fashion blog which is about getting a superstition.
Superstition also in, yeah.
That's pretty
Actually,
fun.
I tell you the most fun, okay? So, a friend of mine, like I said, Arsenal fan, he was in my area. We were
Correct.
meeting up and something happened and the area was locked down. He couldn't
Correct.
go back home. His dad was like, wherever you are, just stay there.
Correct.
Right? So, he came out to my place, chilled with me and Arsenal ka match tha. So, he saw the Arsenal match and it was like a huge deal. It was a derby.
Correct.
So derby is basically two clubs from the same city play. So they basically Pune, Bombay खेल रहे हैं, suppose.
हाँ.
So very important. And Arsenal won. Okay, this was like one of the first few matches of the season.
Correct.
That guy has made sure that every Arsenal match
Correct.
that he sees in that season is in my house.
Whoa.
He came over for the entire season. The entire season he was there. Now sadly he can't because he lives in London.
Oh.
So
Not good news for Arsenal if you guys are like betting
Yeah.
on Arsenal.
no, but then he has a superstition there.
Oh.
In London, if he goes to watch Arsenal play, they win. So he went for like 2 FA Cup finals.
Basically अपने घर में नहीं देख सकता
अब अपने घर में नहीं देख सकता and मेरे I can't watch it outside.
Got it. So he calls you and says घर पे रहे.
हाँ नहीं मैं तो पता है मैं नहीं जाता हूँ because I once went outside to watch a match and Arsenal lost that match 8-2. So I'm like sorry not going out at all.
अरे
And I sit at home.
तेरे वजह से bro सब तेरे वजह से.
अरे you
So-
definitely blame yourself.
So the thing is, man, I realized. So when it comes to sports, ना इतने सारे superstitions हैं ना.
बहुत.
Like I feel if any family while growing up, I think जब cricket चलता है and the whole family is sitting, there will be 100 superstitions. अरे bro यहाँ से हिलना मत. If somebody entered the room and catch हो गया या out हो गया, then they're not allowed to enter the room.
Not allowed to enter the room. Don't watch the match.
हाँ, allowed ही नहीं है.
नहीं.
ऐसा हुआ है मेरे ख्याल में. ऐसा I've seen the intense, crazy superstitions from around
sports. It's a lot in sports, and a lot of sports persons have superstitions. There used to be this one goalkeeper, I forgot his name. He used to go on the pitch and he used to pee on the pitch.
Oh, okay.
Before every match. क्यों पता नहीं. Superstition.
Wow. I mean, that's a kind of unhygienic
It is.
superstition, but I feel you should have if as a sports person, please have like a favorite sock or a shoe or a jersey.
Yeah.
You know, that's a nice one.
Don't pee on the
field. That's
it's little disturbing for everyone involved.
Yeah, everyone's just like, you know what? Maybe that's why it's lucky. The other team just gets psychologically
they're
fucked.
like, what the fuck?
Already you're like winning footing. It's psychological warfare without knowing it. So I feel one of the reasons superstitions are so prevalent in sports is because जहाँ पर भी there are like way too many variables, right? Superstitions tend to be there.
Yeah.
So the point is, even if you cognitively know, like intellectually know, like normally know कि doing these things won't actually change the outcome.
Yeah.
You do it because it gives you a sense of control, and secondly you feel कि अपने तरफ से तो मैंने सब कुछ कर दिया. Participatory. Also, as sports person, right? Say for example, if I'm wearing my lucky shoe, for example, mentally I feel I can give my all.
Correct.
Because you feel more powerful and psychology. It's like a placebo effect.
एक layer of anxiety निकल जाता है ना. You're like, you know what? I have this. Now fuck it. No, I just need to give my best.
Like I said, I feel it's like a performance placebo.
हाँ, correct.
Sochna, like point is you're going to a place and you're going to be super stressed and somebody gives you an object like bro ये तुझे help कर देगा, even if it doesn't help, it's a placebo effect. The point is placebo doesn't necessarily have to be just medicine, no? It's like what? It's like essentially it's an anti-anxiety placebo pill.
That is what superstition is.
Wow, that's quite a mouthful.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah. But superstition also is quite a mouthful.
There, yeah.
Yeah, so exactly. It's an anti-anxiety placebo pill, which I feel is a fun way of looking at it because essentially even throughout society, superstitions are around stuff that, we don't kind of understand.
Yeah.
Like for example, वो नहीं अपना कि क्या है, Friday the 13th is unlucky. Correct है. India में क्या है? You're not supposed to do jhadu at night. Correct. Why?
The logical reason behind that was पहले light नहीं रहता था और रात को if you sweep, there's a chance of sweeping something important and it becomes missing. That is the logical reason behind it.
Got it.
But I don't know the actual reason of why that started though.
So basically, that kind of makes sense because they say if you sweep at night, you're throwing Lakshmi away. Oh. Which makes sense because if you dropped your ring or something,
and if you sweep it away,
it sweeps it away. So you know what? Sometimes I think some superstitions people started so that people, like say for example, you want a group to behave in a particular way.
Yeah.
So people say, मैं बोल देता है, then they'll just act smart without knowing it's actually smart.
Correct.
Like don't cut nails in the evening.
In the night, yeah.
Yeah. Because apparently you can cut yourself.
Yeah, which is true.
Otherwise, what's the superstitious reason?
That I don't know. So basically, it's like अगर तुम रात को nails काटोगे तो you get bad luck.
Oh, okay.
Most of the superstitions is like bad luck. Like even Lakshmi going away is like sort of bad luck. The black cat crossing your road is also like something कुछ तो बुरा होगा.
So I was trying to read up on like why the black cat became bad.
मेरे को नहीं पता.
Unclear है.
बहुत unclear है.
The story is somewhere along the line there was one pope, right, who just went like black cats are bad, and then they would throw black cats in the fire.
In the fire?
हाँ, ऐसा witches के तरह जा डालने के.
That's a little too intense.
अरे यूरोप इंटेंस ही है.
यूरोप हाँ वो है, but बेचारा cat.
I know. I was like, sorry, what now?
I know.
So by and large, right, cats are considered super, like they are like positively superstitious. Like they have like positive connotations all over the world. Because if there were cats in your village or whatever, they generally, get rid of all the rodents and it generally keeps people healthy. As a matter of fact, India mein, at least in Hinduism, it was said that if you killed a cat, you have to pay uska weight in gold.
Baapre, I didn't know that.
To the gods.
That's interesting.
So you were like कि नहीं मारने का.
नहीं मारने का cat.
बिल्ली बिल्कुल नहीं मारने.
So it's just one random dude who is like नहीं black cats I don't like. तो मैं ऐसा फैला देगा. मेरा agenda spread करेगा मैं.
Correct. It's just like then it just became black.
And I'll tell you what. So I don't believe in that particular superstition. But whenever I say a black cat, my eye just goes like black cat.
That's so. The thing is because as kids, right? somewhere along the when we were growing up, when we were 1 to 5 years old, we have seen other humans react like that.
So
our brain has imprinted it.
It sort of gets ingrained in us. Yeah.
So basically, क्या रहता है when we are tiny kids ना? So the thing is, we are basically that's when हमारा programming is going on, core programming.
Correct.
So that's when we see कि if the big adults are scared of it, it must be serious.
Must be serious. Correct.
Because see, back in the day, it was like, oh, I saw a panther and my parents freaked out. I probably should freak out
when
too.
you see a panther, yeah. Panther.
Pantering.
But
So that's why even though we may not believe in superstitions, but when we see it, that's what makes us uncomfortable.
Correct.
For example,
it still does.
For example, agar Friday the 13th ko you're on the 13th floor, you know what I mean?
Which is actually very difficult because most buildings in India don't have a 13th floor.
Correct. Most people
Very
just take it
difficult.
out. But suppose there is and you're there, you'll be there, you just have a sense of unease.
Yeah, you'll be like, I don't want to be here. I don't know.
And that's because ever since we have like been thinking about it, we have had कि अरे bro
13 है तो हाँ unlucky है. Correct. कुछ तो गड़बड़ होने वाला है.
शनि का क्या सीन है bro? That there's a thing ना in Indian is super unlucky. Like
शनि का. They say when the Shani is in one of your houses, I think 7th house, that is when your Sadesati happens, if you remember the astrology.
Oh wait, aren't you?
I was.
You was तेरा हो गया?
मेरा apparently हो गया मुझे नहीं पता.
Hold. We'll have to like
we'll have to
clarify.
give it really
So thing is, Ramanujan went through an intense scene where somebody said he's in a
phase called Sadesati. So Sadesati, if you don't know, is is like 7.5 years of bad luck, and that is also related to Shani. Apparently,
Saturn.
Shani is Saturn. No, so Shani, which is Saturn, sits in your 7th house, and it stays there for 7.5 years. That's why you have bad luck.
Correct.
Right. So मेरा apparently अब भी just खत्म हुआ है या होने वाला है. I'm not sure because I haven't consulted my astrologist in a while. Yeah. But
your astrologist.
My family astrologist. I have another astrology like superstition वो वाला story, but like let's get this out first. So basically Sadesati is that, which is also sort of superstition. I mean, I don't know.
It is superstition. Huh? Basically, it is a very long superstition. Like it's a very intense,
long drawn.
More rules basically.
Yeah, more rules.
Basically, it's just that when you're looking at say superstition over here, they're just saying okay, now Saturn is somehow influencing.
तेरी तो लग गई है boss.
So everything 7. So वो है ना इसमें the same cognitive bias thing comes into play where you remember only the bad things that are happening. Like fuck, I'm in my 7 years of awfulness.
To be fair, those 7 years were pretty bad. Correct. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that happened.
This year is going well for you?
Pandemics.
I don't know. Like,
so actually, you know what? Family astrology.
It's been a shit year, man.
It is. It's been horrible.
It's been awful
for all of
me.
us. Yeah.
I don't know how he's.
Oh no, all of us.
It just gives you context of how shit the other years must have been if the pandemic has been like, you know.
Yeah, I'm so used to it by now. I'm like, हाँ, जिंदगी तो shitty है, ठीक है. So actually, वो family astrology से याद है. So if you notice, I don't wear any accessories except for this, which is a silver ring.
Correct.
Now there's a theory behind this.
Okay.
So again 7:30 चल रही थी. थोड़ा इंटेंस चल रहा था माहौल घर पे. I was getting very irritated कि यार life बहुत shit है. And my mother interpreted it as Anurag is always angry. And because he's always angry, he's always like taking bad decisions. And that is why his life is shit. तो उन्होंने बोला कि अगर इसका anger control, इसका जो at best he is born at a time when he was born. It's not his fault, but when he was born, the planets were in such a position that his nature is that he'll always be angry.
Wow.
And I'm like,
so the planets make you angry.
I'm like, hey, what?
गुस्सा क्यों आता है? Planets.
And I'm like, मैंने नहीं किया कुछ. like नहीं. But there is always a remedy to it also.
Got it.
So the remedy is make him wear a silver ring on his right hand.
Wow, man, I feel. Is that how easy it is to control planets? I was like, I thought it would require at least a graviton ray or something just to move the planets away from your way.
ये 250 रुपए का रिंग 7 planets 9 planets का असर मेरे पे रोक रहा है apparently अभी भी. And has it helped? No.
See man, so say if I had to like make a case for it, right? I feel say it's the gravity of the planets. Everything affects you a little bit.
Yeah,
like
it
mathematically.
does.
Like everything has like some connection to you.
Yeah.
Maybe by adding like a silver ring in a sort of particular part of your body with a particular density, it has changed the way gravity interacts with you.
It's possible.
No, it's bullshit, bro.
No,
I'm
see,
just saying.
I'm saying if you want to sort of believe it,
No, I'm saying.
I feel, you know what?
This is, if I put this on a WhatsApp message, what I just said.
अरे fire,
Viral.
viral. दो दिन में कोई और आके बोलेगा तुझे पता है क्या?
The gravity.
अगर तूने रिंग पहना था तो गुस्सा नहीं आएगा बिल्कुल.
क्योंकि it alters the gravitational force, dude, man. So I think the modern India superstition is just WhatsApp, bro. WhatsApp में कुछ भी.
WhatsApp is the new.
Hey man, let's so like I just said, no, I feel we can pick anything
and make it into a superstition.
WhatsApp superstition कर like pick a random Indian superstition you think is interesting to you.
Random Indian superstition. Wait, let me see. Oh, I really like the fact that when someone is going outside the house, you're not supposed to ask them where you're going.
हाँ क्या?
अरे ये क्या है? मेरे माँ बाप तो हमेशा पूछते हैं मैं कहाँ जा रहा हूँ.
अरे no wonder. See man, now we have figured out why the youth of this country is fucked. See, you wonder. See, you should never ask your kids where they're going. इतना पूछा हमको. Everybody is wondering आज के generation को क्या हो गया. मैं बताता हूँ क्या हुआ. You ask them too many times.
कहाँ जा रहे हो? वो भी बाहर जाते टाइम. क्यों मत पूछो. Let them go. And you know where I read
You made these rules and you only didn't listen to them. You knew what was better for them and you still asked.
You know where I read this? There was an Amar Chitrakata article on superstition. I'm like मेरे तो ये पढ़ना है for sure.
Wow, Amar Chitrakata. That's been a while. I'm gonna put an image here.
Yeah.
That's a fun comic still around. I don't know how many of you guys know it, but
it's awesome.
Anyway, so it had a superstition segment.
Yeah. So on
Uncle Pi, is that one? Uncle Pi. Is that one the guy?
No,
science guy.
This is just an article on their website.
Oh, okay.
On superstition. It's like basically explaining what superstitions are to kids.
Oh,
right?
If we find the link, we'll put it in the
Oh yeah, I have the link. I'll definitely put it down.
Nice.
So basically उसमें for this section लिखा था कि when someone is hurriedly getting out of the house, never ask them where they're going because in that hurry they will fall. Like they will धड़पड़ and they will fall. And I found it so funny and so cute that's how you explain to kids.
Wow,
like
insane.
That's really nice.
Wow, हड़बड़ी में गिर जाए. So dude, लेकिन youth हमेशा हड़बड़ी में रहता है.
Exactly.
इसलिए तो हम इतने गिरे हुए.
Plus our parents ask way too often कि कहाँ जा रहे हो.
Hey man, so I feel, what do you call, so अगर इसको we have to make a WhatsApp forward, no? I'd make it like this only, that if you wonder why is the youth of the country in so much stress, it is because parents keep asking where they're going. And because they keep asking where they're going, उनका जो the place, the notion of like where they are going always getting blurred.
हाँ नहीं, also शुरुआत ही बुरी हो जाती ना फिर.
Exactly.
अगर आप शुरू ही
confidence ही नहीं है.
Confidence ही नहीं, खत्म.
The point is people should be allowed to find their own way. The moment you ask for destination, way set हो जाता है.
Correct. I agree. I completely agree.
Full.
You know what?
Philosophy.
Let's actually try this experiment and we'll update.
Hey, you know what? So I guess what we'll probably put up a video later. We'll make these to WhatsApp forwards and we'll send it out and see what happens. If they go viral and if anybody gets that, will be hilarious.
एक ऐसा family group में ऐसा छोड़ देंगे बस. And you should not say anything. No clarification. No justification.
Shani wala has potential, huh? The gravitation. It has just the amount of pseudoscience.
Yes. 100%.
To sell it.
And मैं बोलेगा देखो मैं living example मैं तो पेन के भी घूमता हूँ.
As a matter of fact, you write the story like this only. See, I was very angry.
Yeah.
मैं पहले बहुत
tell you ad. मैं पहले बहुत परेशान था.
I would get angry at anything. Cut to throwing glasses. Angry Ramanujan. Shit man, now I feel like I want to make that ad.
है ना?
Yeah, we should like make it.
That'd be really fun.
Like insert here. We just do a short ad of you just being sad and angry.
Yeah.
So the thing is, so when we think about superstition, right? So what we right now spoke about is like all the fun stuff. Now the point is, India has a very big issue with superstition.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that superstition and blind faith are kind of like closely related.
Very related, yeah.
So of course India has something known as a rationalist society, right? These people go about disproving say myths and superstition.
Yeah.
So here's the story. Okay, there's this guy. So they say, oh my God, there is a Mary, Mother Mary, who is crying in Mumbai. Okay?
Mumbai, yeah.
She's crying and as a full sunny. Like people are just gone insane. They're just like, oh my God, it's a miracle.
Yeah.
As a full Mother Mary, as a bhid aata hai. Our rationalist guy is like, ugh. He goes there and guess what? What's the problem? Do you know the problem?
Yes.
What's the problem?
It's a faulty sewage system.
Exactly. It was, I mean, it's Bombay. Of course, it was a drainage problem. Of course, it was a faulty sewage system. And people were like, oh my god, holy tears.
Have you seen like photos from then? There was a line लगा था, dude.
We'll put that up here.
ऐसा वैक्सीन सेंटर के बाहर जैसा भी लाइन है, वहाँ पे ऐसा लाइन लगा था लोग प्रे करने के
with no social distancing.
No, तभी तो था भी नहीं.
Huddle. It was full huddle.
Everyone with candles and all.
Arey bro. So, but I'm saying not limited to them. So in the 90s, right? What had happened was that there was a Ganesh idol. I think 97 or I saw watch a scene. There was a Ganesh idol which apparently drank milk.
Oh yes, I know this. Yeah.
It broke India, bro.
Pura.
India went insane, and then they said कि idols all over the country have been.
Then everyone like नहीं मेरे यहाँ पे भी एक है जिन्होंने पिया था. हाँ.
And it just went insane, dude. It was so crazy that the price of milk skyrocketed because so many people were fucking throwing milk at idols. They had to get security at milk shops and also ensure ki shortages now. Like it went insane. And guess what? They had to prove it so they put red dye in the milk so they could show that it is by capillary action. When you put like, because it's a porous material, so it kind of like sucks it up.
Yeah.
Right? It's the capillary action mein nahi sikha. It's not a science class.
Yeah.
I don't know how if you don't understand what it is, Google it, man.
Google कर लो.
Google कर लो. जैसा
है कुछ तो.
नहीं man, it's just है कुछ तो. Actually, as a matter of fact, you can watch a YouTube video on it.
Yeah, actually. Dude, ये country वैसे बहुत ज़्यादा entertaining है, dude.
Dude, लेकिन intense ज़्यादा. So I'm just talking about like by the way, coming back to our Christian story, right? So a rationalist guy is like, bro,
सूरज का पानी
है. तो बोलता है, and वो ऐसा मीटिंग में जाके बोलता है कि man, Catholic Church ना, it is too intense about these miracle stuff. He just wants to prove everything is a miracle. Bro, the Catholic Church of India, उस पे केस ठोका of hurting religious sentiments.
Oh, yo.
And by the way, what I did not know that hurting religious sentiments is a non-bailable offense.
What? Seriously?
सीधा jail.
अरे.
So अपना rationalist बंदा पता कहाँ पे है? He is asylum in Finland.
Wow.
For saying कि तुम लोग ज़्यादा.
Wow, that is really intense, dude.
So and that's the Catholic Church in India, okay? So you can only imagine how the scene is for like the Hindu stuff. It's very intense because very sadly, actually in our own city, there was a rationalist called
Narendra Dabholkar, yes.
Really old guy, used to like constantly fight superstition and God-man.
He became an RTA activist, and his this thing was that he wanted to get an act against black magic in the like constitution.
Correct.
Basically, that was his thing.
Yeah, and guess what we did to him? We shot him in the face. And literally, man, he's an old man going for a walk, and they shot him in the face. So that gets very serious.
Yeah,
the thing is, India has a very weird and dark relationship with black magic. As a matter of fact, in states like Uttar Pradesh, I don't know why. You know what? I'm not even kind of surprised. They have child sacrifices.
Still.
As a matter of fact, this is the only source material which I got. So I'll probably link it. Is that just in the 90s to 2000, some 200 odd kids.
Damn, that's horrible, man.
Yeah.
That's really
So here's the
horrible.
thing, man. So there's a line, right? So there's one part of superstition, what we talked about, which is kind of fun,
harmless. That's not involves beheadings or killings.
Which I call anxiety placebo.
Yeah, anxiety placebo.
Oh, chill hai, bro. We all have
that is just for yourself. कि हाँ मुझे I want
लग
like
रहा है.
sort of a peace of mind before I go about my life.
Correct.
That's why you do this.
And sometimes life can be super stressful.
Yeah, it is.
And you need something to
हाँ,
calm you,
for
which
sure.
I feel is totally legit. Like I will never be like, if somebody has say a lucky something, I will never disparage them or anything.
No, you can't use it.
तू बुद्धू है,
No, if
तू
it's-
superstitious है.
yeah,
But I'm
it's
just saying this part is
This here is where it gets
and
messy.
the point is, this is sadly where we in India face a huge problem because it's psychics and government is claiming to cure diseases.
Oh man,
अरे
governments.
अपना इंडिया में क्या सीन
बहुत
चल
है,
रहा है? You know what the point is, when we are doing the superstition episode, we didn't think shit in India would go crazy, but right now, what's that idiot's name?
Ramdev Baba?
Yes, he's like, I will heal the pandemic through kachra. What? And
No, dude.
normal medicine is useless. apparently.
That man has been controversial throughout, where he's also claimed that being gay is like a curable thing, and if you come to my ashram, I'll make you do yoga and you will not be gay anymore.
Wow.
It's just stupid. Like Godman as a concept, Godman, evangelists, people.
And the problem is, Baba Ramdev runs a company called Patanjali.
Patanjali, yes.
Dude, it is one of India's largest FMCG company. So it's worth thousands of
crores.
The problem is, it's not that they are saying this and nobody is listening. In India, the problem is they say it and people listen. And that's dangerous.
Yeah, that is, they are in a place of power where if they say कि मेरा जो आयुर्वेदिक दवाई है कोरोनिल, वो आप खाओगे आपको कोरोना लाइफ में नहीं होगा, and allopathy is shit.
Correct.
The doctors have to come out in this time, in the pandemic, to say कि नहीं बाबा ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, please don't do this.
And it's crazy, dude. It's you'll be so India. So they're saying India suffers from this really weird thing. So you'll find highly educated families and this thing in normal like well-paying high-paid jobs, and then suddenly there's one part of them that's highly superstitious. And highly into like they will take coronil, they'll buy this, they'll be like send again WhatsApp forwards mein. No, this is the best way. India, dude, we have this very weird fascination that how India's old ways, had figured everything out.
Correct. We feel that.
And that is one of the source of all the bad superstition, at least to me. Like, come on, man. Dude, did you know? I till the 80s, 1980s stuck, there was documented sati in India. It was insane.
Yeah, 1980s tak tha.
It's mad.
It is just...
80s, guys,
it's
1980s.
Disturbing.
It's very disturbing.
All of this is disturbing.
And
it's really horrible.
I mean, for those who don't know what sati was the act of where the bride had to burn herself.
The wife had to burn basically the husband passed away, the wife had to jump in the pyre.
Correct. Yeah.
And if I read this and it disturbed me further, if the wife somehow manages to escape, I run away, they used to get her back, drug her and put her in the pyre again.
Insane.
It's just cute.
Wow,
no logical sense. It's stupid.
That's because that comes from the old thought that women are property. तो ऐसा pharaoh के तरह सबको slaughter करने का. Insane.
It's nonsense. And I want to pose this question. Do you think generation on generation superstition will leave us, or because it's so prevalent in India it will still somewhere stay?
I feel, man, so the thing is, first of all, the new way of thinking, the inquisitive way of thinking, says the scientific way of thought or the modern way of thought, or like kind of like where we try and actually look at things for what they are, is relatively new.
Correct.
Right. But that being said, we need a better way of moving forward. Like I feel superstition, like we earlier were talking about, right? Filled a very important gap in our lives.
Yeah, for sure.
And even does right now. It helps a sense of control. So I feel there has to be like a shift towards like more chill superstition.
The one that don't harm others. That you do for yourself.
Correct. And that should be like almost be seen as a way of self-care.
Oh yeah, actually.
Seen as a means of self-care.
See, I relate to it because I do it during matches. मेरे को match के time पे बहुत anxiety होता है. मैं वो 90 minute I can't sit.
Correct.
But because I've done these things, I'm a little more chill. Correct. I can enjoy the football.
Correct. So the thing is, rituals and these things actually calm us.
Yeah.
Like for example, I have like when I'm going on shoot, I have my own ritual. I might not have a superstition, but I have a ritual. I'll get up in a particular way. I have to dress up, sit down, and before starting, I need to have 1 cup of coffee quietly. While listening to music. I just do that quietly, and I don't want to talk to anyone, nothing. It's my 5 minutes.
Yeah,
right.
That you need.
It's like me getting into the zone.
Correct.
But that's my ritual.
Correct.
But so my point is, you don't need God or Godman to give you rituals. My point is, you be in control.
You can be in control.
Correct. You be the person who decides your life. You be the person like मैं अपना ही rules बनाएगा.
Yeah.
And उसमें chill करने का, peaceful होने का. But the thing is, exactly. So moving forwards, I think we need to find a way where we look at superstition as a positive force, but we understand exactly what it is.
Correct.
Right? And use it from that perspective. I know what I'm doing.
Correct.
Because there's nothing wrong in it. That being said, I personally feel in the future, because of the internet and the information cloud that's forming, I feel we're going to see a rapid increase in superstitious ideas. Because what's happened now is it's easier for people who believe in something to find more media
to find people
supported. So I go online, I'll find most. I feel what's going to happen is there's going to be a large portion of the population that slowly might move away from superstition. But the one that is going for it will become even more militant.
Militant about it, correct.
They'll be like, no, this is the way. I mean, like,
you can see it.
If a country like USA can have a flat earth movement based on just information, imagine a country like India where there is lesser education, where critical thinking is not. By the way, critical thinking is not taught in schools. You know, so it's a problem. As a matter of fact, one of the main tenets of rationalist society, of rationalists of India, right? What they want is they want to make critical thinking or scientific thinking a part of the curriculum of education.
But if you, in hindsight, shouldn't it always be a part? I mean,
it should.
I mean,
but it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
It's not though. The point is they want to actually see our education system is all about rote, na. Nobody's studying for knowledge.
Correct.
Yeah,
Ratta Maro.
Another podcast on that. But
education system.
Yes, it's there. We have it. Check it out. So I feel what's important is for people to learn how to think. And if kids have it, that's how you can change the generational gap.
It will sort of become more chill. It will. I don't want it to go away, like superstitions. But again, like we said, it has to become more chill. Beheadings and all should not be.
Or anything, man.
Anything that causes harms to others.
Dude, black magic बहुत ज़्यादा dark है. Like India में, it has it's very dark. I opened that tab and I was like, nope, close. It's too dark. It's like murder, stabby, rapey. It's awful. I don't know why. It
still exists, and that's like
man,
it's still very prevalent.
My point is like so those who believe in all of this, right? To them it is like a chess move. Like you want to take down an opponent, you want to take someone down. It is something to do apart from the other stuff that you're doing. But I don't know, man. It's super dark. Yeah. Like I just feel it's all fun and games as long as you don't go to the dark side. The dark side. But yeah, man. I just feel that what do you call? Like I was saying, the rational society. Talking about critical thinking. I feel as long as we can look at things clearly and define it for ourselves, it should be good enough.
It should be fine. Yeah. That's nice.
So I mean, okay. That being said, what is your biggest non-sport related superstition?
This not sport. So I actually again sat down and I thought, okay, as a child, मैं बहुत फट्टू था.
Okay.
बहुत ज़्यादा. मतलब then of course you are like, I am very scared for things to go bad, so I will try and control them. However,
correct.
I like somewhere down the line till date avoid the number 3 and 17.
Oh.
Till date, and it now because I used to do it so much as a child. Correct. Now it's just like
just imprint.
3 नहीं चाहिए.
3 and 17.
3 and 17. I'll tell you.
Is there any reason why you don't like 3 and 17?
Yes, that's the dumbest shit.
Okay.
हिंदी में मुहावरा 3 तिकड़ा काम बिगड़ा. That's where 3 came. And
by the way, 3 tikda kaam bigda is incidentally is all over the world, variations of it. Yeah.
Nice.
So number 3 is considered in many cultures unlucky that you shouldn't involve 3 people. Makes sense, you know. Anyway, yeah.
So 3 tikda kaam bigda was one, and 17 ka another muhavara was 17 pe khatra. Also, I found out later on that 17 is also a number which is considered unlucky in Italy. That is why Lufthansa doesn't have a 13th row and a 17th row.
Oh, that's because if you write in Roman numerals, it forms the word death or something.
कुछ तो ऐसा है. No, I think
to die, like it's a verb.
कुछ तो है, but yeah. So I till date like okay. So
wait. So Italy thinks it's dangerous, and Indians think it's dangerous.
Yeah, Indians don't. I don't think Indians have a thing with 17.
But you just said a muhar na 17.
17 pe khatra. I haven't heard like. I don't know if you guys have heard if 17 pe khatra. If you have, please let us know in the comments. But 17 pe khatra, I don't think it's really widely known. 17 pe khatra is just some random shit we should say as kids.
Okay.
So, like basically कैसा cricket में 17 रन हो गया ना, next ball पे wicket. Something like that, right? But that it just stayed in my head. I used to so where do you see numbers in microwave? वॉशिंग मशीन, टाइमर वगैरह वगैरह. ठीक है, अभी भी ना आज भी अगर मेरा वॉशिंग मशीन 3 पे है, मैं रुकता हूँ वो या तो 2 पे जाए या 4 पे जाए, देन आई मूव अहेड. बिकॉज इट मेक्स मी अनईजी. आई डोंट नो व्हाई, बट दैट इज देयर. सो दीज लाइक नॉन स्पोर्ट रिलेटेड ऑल्सो आई हैव दीज थिंग्स की नहीं, ये नहीं करना चाहिए. अगर तूने ये किया तो शायद किधर तो कुछ गलती हो जाएगा. Which then in hindsight I think about it is because in that situation, because I have not changed it caused anxiety. And it caused me to behave like in a way that will fuck up things.
Correct.
So I just like it's become a muscle memory thing now.
It's weird, but like there are a lot of superstitions around numbers also. Like
yeah.
Like for example, in Japan, China, and Southeast Asia, number 4 is considered bad.
Because it says shini or something. And
I mean,
something like that.
The symbol is close to that. A sound is close to that of death. So it's like considered bad. And yeah, so even 1, so even 14 is a bad unlucky because it has 4.
1 and 4, yeah.
So stuff like that. But anyway,
do you have any superstitions? Or
I was thinking about it, and I feel I'm like that guy. If I'm in an elevator and if I press the 13th floor, I'll feel slightly uncomfortable. Uneasy. But I don't think I have any active superstitions. You know, like for example, if my day is going, I'll need for me to feel even slightly superstitious. It has to be like a line of omens. Like I went out, there was a black cat. Then I went on the 13th floor, and then there was a ladder there, and I had to walk under it. And then, you know, suddenly lights went away, and then I had to cut my nails in the dark, you know, and then
sweep those nails in the dark.
So like all that stuff has to happen.
Then
I'll be like, maybe, I don't know, I should be kind of careful today. You know, it has to be, the discomfort has to build up.
Correct.
But I don't have active superstitions.
I have a theory behind my active superstitions also.
Okay.
It's because of the Sadesati.
Oh, 7.
If after 7 years, if everything is okay, maybe my superstition will go.
Maybe.
Because I will not be in that state only looking for dangers, looking for things to go wrong.
If the thing is, I feel if somebody tells you that you're going to have 7.5 years of bad luck, I don't want to know, man. It's the worst thing to know.
I know, yeah.
Because after that, even if you are like, it's superstition, I don't care about it, it's fucking in your head, you know.
Somewhere in the back of my mind, it's there for sure.
Like for example, if I look at here and be like, hey, if I make a prediction right now, you know, and it is like a negative prediction, you might be like, hey, there's just 2 guys on a podcast who said something, but it'll still be in your head.
It sticks with you.
Yeah, that's why I will not make a negative prediction, you know. But I want to say this. Everyone listening to this podcast, in the next 2 days, right, something very awesome is going to happen to you after you listen to the podcast, not after it's uploaded. So it doesn't like get this thing. So every time you watch us, so basically, when you watch this podcast about superstition, something good will happen to you in the next 48 hours.
In the next 48 hours.
Yeah, and it'll be not just normal good, it'll be measurably good. Like it'll be like beyond your normal baseline.
You know what just immediately came to my head? If this catches on really well, this will replace the dahi shakkar cow before doing something good. They'll be like, interview hai 2 din pehle ye podcast dekho.
Fair enough. Yeah. As a matter of fact, you should watch this podcast before interview, because this is great for your GD. How to do bakar. You can learn. How to do bakar. You can learn from the best.
Yes.
So I hope you had a good time listening to this podcast.
Interesting stuff.
This time we decided to go with some chill stuff. We want to have like a chat over superstition because we were like, hey man, what is this whole thing? Happy kya ho raha hai? And if you have any superstitions, please give us a comment.
Yes.
Let us know what is that. What do you think?
Yeah.
Right. What do you think of our superstitions? Let us know. Do you think black magic is a real deal? If you have any black magic stories, let us know. Because we might be doing a podcast on that soon in the future. So
yeah. Also, if you have any sports related superstitions, which I know are a lot, please let us know the most bizarre ones that you follow.
Correct.
I would also try and follow them to see if they work for Arsenal.
You know what, man? Sports superstitions. Let us know how we can make a team.
I'm sure to gully cricket में भी किसका का तो definitely था 100%. तो बताओ.
For sure, bro. For sure. So man, do like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
New content out every
Friday is the podcast, and we have little bits of content throughout the week. So don't miss that.
Yes. So hit the notification bell icon. And you guys are pretty great for staying this long.
Yeah.